The ancient texts describing the Garden of Eden point directly to a specific physical location on Earth. Genesis chapter 2 provides specific geographical coordinates for this site. It names a single river that divided into 4 branches: the Tigris, the Euphrates, the Pishon, and the Gihon. Archaeological excavations have uncovered earthen structures like these, confirming that early human civilizations thrived within these specific river basins during the Neolithic era. The layout of the settlement shows how these early populations navigated the terrain and managed water to cultivate the surrounding land. Tracing the Euphrates and Tigris upstream leads to the Armenian highlands. These snow-capped peaks serve as the geographical anchor point where both ancient waterways originate. These geographical markers place the events of the text within a specific, inhabited territory on the early Earth. But anchoring the site to a physical location creates a tension with our scientific timeline. Archaeological evidence shows that Homo sapiens had already migrated and populated the globe hundreds of thousands of years ago. These sun-bleached ruins in Mesopotamia illustrate the scale of human antiquity in the region. Civilizations were building and expanding here deep into prehistory. The traditional biblical timeline dates the creation of Adam to only a few thousand years ago. If the geography of Eden was populated tens of thousands of years before the biblical timeline begins, the traditional understanding of the first human requires a reevaluation. Resolving this timeline requires looking at the original Hebrew text, which treats the creation sequence in Genesis chapter 1 and the events in Genesis chapter 2 as distinct occurrences. This comparison shows that the 2 chapters use different terms to describe the arrival of humanity. In Genesis 1, the text uses ha-Adam. Because it includes the definite article ha, it refers to a collective, humankind, or the human species as a whole. In Genesis 2, that article disappears. The word becomes Adam, a proper name designating a specific individual. The Hebrew text distinguishes between the biological emergence of the human species across the globe and the later appointment of one specific named man. This distinction supports the pre-Adamite theory, the idea that biological humans lived and evolved long before the figure of Adam entered the record. While these early populations were settling continents and developing early societies, the Eden narrative focuses on a later event. Adam was chosen at a later point and placed into a localized garden in the east. In biblical geography, moving east repeatedly symbolizes exile or a movement away from the divine presence. These chapters describe a specific intervention in a world that was already populated. If Adam was not the first biological human, we have to look at what was being created during the events of Genesis 2. This is the Hebrew word for blood or flesh, dam. In the system of gematria, where letters carry numerical values, dam equals 440. It represents the physical, biological human vessel. Adding the letter aleph to the front changes the meaning. Aleph is the first letter, representing the One, the divine creator. Merging the 1 with the 440 forms Adam. In this system, the name represents the fusion of a divine spirit with biological flesh. This matches the original meaning of the word Eden, sublime or refined. It describes a cosmic intersection where a spiritual dimension overlapped the physical earth. The placement of Adam into this space represents a change in state, a biological human receiving a higher capacity for consciousness. The Eden narrative marks a shift in human history, placing the beginning of human spiritual awareness at a specific geographical and historical intersection.